It's easy to assume you're immune to phone scams. The common perception is these traps only catch the elderly or technologically illiterate. But the data shows a different list of high-profile targets. In Delhi, a retired IAS officer lost 3.2 crore rupees. In Mumbai, a senior doctor transferred 1.7 crore. In Bengaluru, a software engineer handed over 85 lakh. These are professionals trained in logic and high-stakes decision-making, yet they were somehow convinced to completely drain their life savings. This chart tracks the digital arrest scam. In 2024, losses exceeded 120 crore rupees, dwarfing traditional phone frauds. A workflow diagram reveals the machinery behind these numbers. Each stage is a coordinated move, trapping the target in a controlled environment. To understand their consistent results, we must examine the specific sequence they use to target a victim's instinctive reaction to a threat. The process typically begins with a mundane, bureaucratic notification. An automated voice, supposedly from the telecom department, warns that your mobile number is slated for immediate disconnection due to suspicious activity. The caller imposes a 2-hour deadline. This manufactured urgency is a deliberate attempt to activate the body's stress response. Under this kind of sudden pressure, the brain's capacity for analytical thought begins to narrow. The situation shifts the moment the call is transferred to a supposed federal agent. The victim is directed to a live WhatsApp video call, where the backdrop and logos suggest they are now under the scrutiny of national law enforcement. The person on the screen is often wearing a police uniform and broadcasting from what appears to be a government office. The scammers rely on this visual authority to ensure the target remains compliant and does not question the legitimacy of the interaction. The agent then introduces formal legal terminology, accusing the victim of involvement in money laundering. By citing specific sections of the BNS or IT Act, they aim to paralyze the target with the weight of the legal system. Within minutes, a routine phone issue has become a federal criminal case. This rapid change in context is designed to trap the victim in a controlled reality where the scammers hold all the information. The pressure intensifies as the fake officer issues a formal order of digital arrest. They claim the victim is legally barred from leaving the camera's view, strictly simulating the conditions of a real interrogation. The agent's next requirement is total secrecy. The victim is ordered into a closed room and forbidden from contacting family or colleagues under the guise of protecting a confidential investigation. This isolation serves a specific function. By removing the victim's support network, the scammers ensure there is no one present to offer a second opinion or notice the inconsistencies in the agent's story. After hours of continuous psychological strain, the scammer introduces an escape. They offer to verify the victim's funds to clear their name, providing a release from the intense pressure of the video call. The victim is directly instructed to transfer their savings to a supposed court registry account for safekeeping during the investigation. Believing they are following a legitimate judicial process, the victim authorizes the payment. This sequence, moving from a mundane hook to enforced isolation, creates a psychological enclosure where the only way out seems to be through the scammer's bank account. The moment the funds are transferred, the call drops. The officers and their offices disappear, and the elaborate legal drama instantly ends. The investigation was a performance. The federal agents and government sets were actually criminals operating out of a rented apartment, using basic props to simulate a multi-crore criminal inquiry. Under Indian law, no government agency conducts arrests, interrogations, or demands for bail via a phone or video call. This rule alone is enough to identify the scam. Immediate defense requires simple actions. Do not share OTPs, and never download remote access software like AnyDesk if instructed by a caller. Most importantly, you must disconnect the call. If you receive a call of this nature, report the number to the National Cyber Helpline at 1930. Rapid reporting is the best chance authorities have to freeze the diverted funds. The success of this scam depends entirely on maintaining a live connection to your device. The moment you hang up, the scammers lose their leverage, and their engineered reality ceases to exist.